Topping news tonight, firefighters at the hour fighting a massive brush fire on Midshipman Road that is threatening homes and property in the area. Now, it was said to be a scary situation for many residents, and tonight they are hopeful that the blaze can be put out with any damage to residents of that community. Our Ramiko Knowles was on the ground all day and he joins us live now. Ramiko, has the situation gotten any better?
Well, Shayna, I wish I can tell you that things have gotten better, but at this present moment, it has not. The wind speed is picking up, which means that the fire, the smoke is intensifying and spreading across 3 portions of East Grand Bahama right now. We know that the Grand Bahama Highway, along with Midshipman Road and East Sunrise Highway, is actively at blaze right now. Police officials, along with fire officials, have been hard at work since about 12 o'clock this afternoon, attacking this blaze. As a matter of fact, if you look just behind me, you can see one of the fire trucks here on Grand Bahama retrieving water from one of the fire hydrants. Of course, this is a high traffic area at the moment because a lot of the traffic is being diverted onto Midshipman and Churchill Drive. But just a few moments ago, we had 3 fire engines here retrieving water. And so that's a good sign that they are actively at work attacking this blaze. Right now, the caution light is out, so that means within this area, there possibly may not be any power. We did speak with GB Power officials earlier who said that they had to turn out portions of this area because some of the poles caught on fire and some of the transformers have blown. We spoke to some of the residents because we've been out here since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We spoke to many of the residents. One of the vehicles caught on fire and they've been home since about 12 o'clock, some 3 o'clock, some just arriving home and trying to protect their properties from receiving any damage from this blaze that has been attacking threatening their home since about 12 o'clock this afternoon. So this is a very serious situation taking place in Grand Bahama at the moment. Standing by with me is Press Liaison Officer Stephen Roll, who is going to give us an update as to what police officials along with fire officials are doing at this moment to contain this blaze. And if you can see just in the rear of me, the smoke is intensifying, and that's why they are actively trying to keep traffic at bay in this area. But this has been an active day for police. Stephen Roll, what are police doing at this present moment?
Well, as you can see, we got 2 fire trucks on scene along with our partners. The fire spread very widely through this area, Grand Bahama, Midshipman Road, of course, East Sunrise Highway. So we're doing our best to try to get the fire under control. As you can see behind me, the fire is still ablaze, but nevertheless, the fire department is doing their part to get the fire under control. However, I want to advise the public, those who live in this area, if you have to come in this area, please drive with keen attention. Because the fire is actually spreading, you have to when it's picked up. And also, those who don't live in this area, please, if you can, avoid this area as best as possible. And if you come in this area, please drive with due care attention because there's plenty of smoke and the visibility is very, very low.
Okay. And at this present moment, you mentioned that fire officials are on the scene. How long do you think that this will persist? As you mentioned, the wind is picking up.
Well, they're going to remain on scene until this fire is subsided and is fully extinguished.
Have you heard anything about property or any injuries at this present time?
At present, no injuries reported. Minor property damages, probably 1 or 2 vehicles or a vessel. That's it.
But at this present moment, police are urging persons who are traversing this area to drive with due care and attention.
Oh, that's correct, sir, yes.
There's been a concern about the fire trucks. You also mentioned that 3 was on the scene earlier today, and they've been actively attempting to tackle this blaze.
We've got 4 now. So like I said, our partners are assisting us very greatly. So they're out in full force. We got the whole area covered, surrounded with fire trucks. So we are fighting this fire from all ends.
What areas are actually at blaze at this moment?
If you see right behind me, on Midshipman Road, the Blowing Drive, and of course on East Sunrise Highway. So if you can avoid those areas, please stay far from those areas. And also if you come in these areas, please drive with due care and attention.
Thank you so much. Press Liaison Officer Stephen Roll. I'm also here with Eddie Victor, who has been someone who has been notifying residents in this area to drive with due care and attention and to come home and protect their property, if possible, from about 12 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes. My wife and myself, once we were aware of the extent of this fire, we had made sure to advise everyone to take every possible action they can to secure their home, primarily by wetting the surrounding areas, your roof, your gas tanks, anything that can possibly catch on fire. I've never seen the fire to this extent widespread. This is unusual because you're talking about Acacia Groves, Lincoln Park, Chesapeake Subdivision, Green and Glades, Fortune Point by Club Fortuna. There are fires in multiple different areas that are raging. And so you cannot take these fires lightly. And I can talk from experience because our church burned down because of a forest fire. And what is so similar to what happened back then and now is this gusting wind. During the fire that burnt down our church, we had winds similar to this. And it's the wind that is driving the fire. And so we just encourage residents, take every precaution you can and protect your home. And especially pay attention to the elderly. There are a lot of elderly persons here. This smoke is not good for them. If you have to move them, if they're not in a secure location, move them to a much better area where we don't have the fire.
All right. Thank you so much, Pastor Eddie Victor. Speaking from personal experience, having lost their church because of a bushfire. Once again, police officials are urging everyone that's traversing this area to drive with due care and attention. As he mentioned earlier, that they will be on the scene until they contain the blaze, which is active on Grand Bahama Highway, East Sunrise Highway, and also on Midshipman Road. Live from Midshipman for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Ramiko Knowles, back to you in studio, Sheena.